Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back to my channel. Well, we spent the past 4 days doing a little work on the body panel that you see here. I don't know if you see it here behind me or not. Might be at the wrong angle there, but that little body panel that you see down there, it doesn't look a lot better probably on camera view because the scuffs and everything are still there on the bottom that you seen originally. But if you think back about a previous video, you'll see that the opening side of the door was folded out kind of drastically. Had a pretty good gap there, so as it turns out, I mentioned earlier in a previous video that my neighbor across the road, Rick, he is a retired metalsmith, spent a lot of time in the military, and and he's probably the best RV packer I've ever seen in my life. The RV is so far overweight, he might trip the scales twice when he goes through. I don't know. But he has got that thing packed with everything imaginable. Every tool that we needed he had, every piece of tie band and glue and epoxy, and he just had everything, caulking guns. I have some of this stuff, but man, the amount of stuff he's got in there. I went over and he gave me the little quick tour of his basement compartments. He has removed the partitions between the basement compartments and built shelves in there, and man, it looks like a tiny garage, not an RV. So I tell you what, he's an impressive fellow, and I hope to continue our friendship along the way. That's one of the beauties of this type of lifestyle. You meet new people along the way. Some you hit it off with, some you don't. And Rick and I definitely hit it off. And his wife Vicky is also a wonderful person. We had a good time sitting around the fire one night and just shooting the breeze. So and in fact, I took the video of the repair process over the last 4 days, but I really wasn't happy. There was a lot of dead space. There was a lot of just shooting the breeze in there. Rick and I, we carried on quite a bit, old war stories and such. So it ended up, as I was doing the process, and I really wasn't happy with it. And plus, I was trying the 360 camera for the first time. I see some potential in that, but not the first time around. So it was quite convoluted when I got to finish with trying to process it. So I just said, you know what? I think I'll just put a little something together tomorrow, just to let people know what's going on. So pretty much this week, we've had a few adventures. We went into the town of Hartwell, I think it's Hartwell, Georgia, and really cool little town. There's a relatively new sports bar that opened up there. I think it's something Rolling Chefs or something like that. Rolling Chef. Started out as a food truck, and now it's quite the elaborate sports bar. Very well managed. I think we were there probably about an hour, maybe a little longer. We had a manager that came by and checked on us a couple times, an assistant manager that came by and checked on us, and the bartender was constantly asking if we were okay and if we needed anything. So really good experience, really nice atmosphere in the place, and a really good appearance from outside as well. It's kind of down a little weird side street, but there's enough lights and stuff out there to call you to it. So but we had a good time there. And then we went around the town of Hartwell as well. There's a town square there that's got a lot of neat little shops on it. Bought some Amish butter. If you haven't had Amish butter, oh my goodness, it's a very special treat, and I bought enough of it to keep us in a special treat for a while. So also we've had an adventure with Amazon this week, and I've had my ups and downs with Amazon over the last couple years, but I think this time enough is enough. But I decided I was going to get a new computer for my video processing, one that was faster and would allow me to go through the timeline in real time and not with all this stuttering and stuff that was going on with my last computer. So I ordered one off Amazon, quite expensive, but it was a very good computer, and my philosophy is buy nice, not twice. So I bought this computer. I got a confirmation of the purchase. Then I guess about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I got an email from Amazon saying that there was suspected fraudulent activity on my account. My account had been shut down and all transactions had been backed out. And if I wanted to, I could establish a new account. Well, I don't think I want to. There's usually a Walmart just about everywhere we go. I can go in, put my hands on what I want, and make sure. So I went to Walmart. I ended up buying a pretty nice computer. In fact, I watched a YouTube video about the top 5 computers for 2025. The one that I had ordered from Amazon was number 1. The one that I ended up getting from Walmart was number 3, and at about a third of the cost. So that was a good experience, I guess. And in using the thing last night, I have not had an opportunity to render a video yet, because before I got to that point with the other video, I just said, it's not really usable. So I decided that we'll go back to this, but so I'll find out about the rendering. But as fast as it moves through the timeline, I can watch the timeline in real time, and it's the audio and the video stays together. Very good processor speed, very good GPU speed. So hopefully this will work out for me. We'll see. I got a friend of mine told me he rendered a 15-minute video, I think he said, in just like a minute and a half. So I don't know if I'll get that or not. He uses Apple products, so and I understand they're better at video processing, but I kind of like my Windows stuff. I don't want to relearn the computer, so I'm gonna stick with this process and see how it goes, and maybe I'll let you know in the next video. But so I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I think I did in a previous video. We are in Fairplay, South Carolina. It's way the hell out in the country, not near anything but a couple of country towns that we're not too, I guess about 13, 14, maybe 15 miles from the town of Hartwell, Georgia, and about the same distance from the town of Seneca, South Carolina. Both have a Walmart. So, and there is a little grocery store kind of thing, probably a mile and a quarter from the campground where we're at. The campground is 1,000 Trails. It's a very well managed 1,000 Trails. The people in the office are very attentive. They have communicated with me several times to make sure that our visit was going well. I really haven't been out too much around the campground. I do know that they've got the typical amenities. They've got a miniature golf and swimming pool, basketball court. No frills, but and they do have a laundromat. They do not have a store, so that was kind of a little disappointing for me. But and some of the downsides, I'm sure I mentioned before, the roads are extremely narrow. My rig is 45 foot long, and it's a barely fit situation. So. And as a matter of fact, as you know from the previous video, it's didn't fit over there. So, but for the most part, it's a nice park. It's on a beautiful lake. A lot of seasonal campers here, very nice. We've been well received while we're here. Got some really good neighbors. Got our young couple next to us. Jackson and his wife, they are, I believe, in their 30s and living full time in the RV and enjoying it greatly. We've had a few conversations about that because I'm still trying to get that reassurance that this is the lifestyle for us. It's so far I've not run into anybody that said, you know what, I wish I'd have never done this. Everybody has been positive, and I know when you watch the YouTube videos, everything is always positive. You hardly ever hear about anybody that's decided to quit and go back to living in a house. I did see one video yesterday where a lady that was in her 50s and her husband had medical issues, and they ended up having to, they bought a piece of property, and now they live full-time in the RV on the piece of property because of his medical conditions. He's no longer able to move the RV around and go to different places. So she's making the best of the situation she's in. Got a nice piece of property, I think, in Arkansas, and seems to be loving life and building the house a little by little. So hopefully they'll get to the situation that they want to be in, and hopefully I will be in the situation I want to be in. So far so good. I'm loving it. Today I got to run over to both of those towns I mentioned. I have to go to both Walmarts. I bought a Roku camera in Hartwell day before yesterday, and when I come home and set it up, I'm not impressed, so I'm taking that back. And then I've got to go to the Walmart in Seneca because I wanted to get a adjustable pressure regulator, because I mentioned before the water pressure here is awesome. But as it turns out, speaking to one of the full-timers here, he said that he measured the water pressure at 92 psi, so that's a little heavy. He told me that his RV manufacturer, that he had checked with them, and they said it was good to 100 pounds. It might be good to 100 pounds. I don't know what mine is, what Integra would tell me mine is good to, but I don't think I'd be pushing it at 92. I think I'm going to get this adjustable pressure regulator and put it about 60 and be happy with that. But I do know that it did stand up for about a week under 92 psi, so I don't think the 60 is going to bother it much. So that's the plan for today. My wife yesterday played hostess to a couple of other campers here at the campground. She made a traditional Filipino dish, pancit, and some little bread things. I forget what you call them. Puto, I think is what she called them. And gave those to Rick and his wife and Jackson and his wife. So we're making, doing our part to stay neighborly as well. So both of these guys seem to be real good people, and it's been a pleasure meeting both of them. So I hope to, I'm sure I'll run into Rick farther on down the line, because he's about my age, maybe even a little older, and he likes to travel in the same situation that I do. He likes to stay warm. so I'm sure I'll be seeing him along the way somewhere. So look, if you like this content and you want to see more, shoot me something in the comments down there. Let me know, what you'd like to know about, what you'd like to see, and we'll take an adventure and try to go see it. I don't know, there's not a whole lot to see in this area, and I have no aspirations of going to Atlanta. So I think I'll probably make a wide circle around it when I go over to our next park over in the I think it's called the Oaks in South Carolina from here. So probably make a wide circle around Atlanta. I really don't like that traffic in there, and when I'm in a car, it's a little rough. And 45 foot pulling a car, it'd probably be a little rougher. So again, if you like this content, put a little something in the comments. Let us know. Let us know if we're doing something right. Let us know if we're doing something wrong. One of these days I'm gonna get my bride out here, and we'll have a sit down. You'll get to meet her and experience the personality that is Tess. So she's a hoot most of the time, and with the world's most beautiful smile. So I got to say that. So I try to keep that on her face as best as I can. So, but again, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's see, where we're going to put it this time. We'll put it, no, this way. We'll put it up here. I'm going to try to put that like and subscribe button right here. So hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And of course, if you can't catch the one that pops up here, there's always the one that YouTube puts down here. So hit that one, it stays there. So, and remember, when camping, take only photos, leave only footprints. We'll see you next time.